Right. Should I do a test run or YOLO it? I mean, Grimgore's involved. I should probably test run this. Let's see who dies. Yo, guys. Over halfway done.
Conflict is endless.
I'm running out of places that I can actually shove more lords.
Leave nothing but gore. Chaos will grant bloody liberation.
Yours is not to question me.
Uh-oh, Spud found a squeaky toy. Now he found his own butt. Disaster averted. Yeah, so guess who's gonna fight this one later? Me. Just to have the right shit on him. This guy's just gonna sit in the corner and suck his thumb, I don't know. Not even sure he's worth putting items on. If nothing else goes wrong, we'll load this quick save.
Do not try to tempt Orth. You summoned the first prince. Are you prepared? No need to summon me where shadows form.
I mean, they could choose a portrait that looks less like he's coming out of his ass. I'm just saying.
You play in the dark.
Uh-huh, bring it, Torok.
I am all your nightmares.
Yeah, these guys will be fine.
Conquer for chaos.
Some call me the Dark Master. Some
And some people call you Maurice.
you stand.
You know, I think Mort has this. Without a item switch.
Unleash the bloodlust.
They're just gonna be a bitch. That plus 20 damage to all units is murderous on Skaven.
I think.
Don't be a dick, Templehoff. I let you live.
Ruination and death.
Okay, so the only one that looked like a real issue was Nubs. Let's reload to the start of the turn and put the hat on the other one though. Because he's gonna get his ass kicked a little hard. It's characters in general. Any character is ridiculous once they get to level 50. Combination melee caster characters doubly so. I mean, you gotta remember, none of these armies I fight are on anywhere near the same tech level as what I'm fielding. Yeah, they're all running around with turn 20 shit. Most of them don't have level 4 provinces yet. Okay, that was... No. I knew he was around here somewhere. Or we'll gear up this little shit. Okay. He's off now. No, it was Mort, wasn't it?
Demon Prince!
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Demon Prince!
I need more crowns.
Unleash the bloodlust! We can always use more pawns. Conquer for chaos!
Do not try to tempt or threaten me. I am the Dark Master.
Yeah,
True power.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to playing dwarves since I like the, sitting in the corner camp shooting guns stuff. But yeah, they do not work well enough to play right now.
If you so desire.
Oh God,
Demon
is there is the whole army gonna pass through that little thing one unit at a time because I didn't move them?
Yet to stop.
I mean, that's cool. Like, I feel like that's how reinforcement should generally be.
Witness me, godson. Going. Attack! Unleash magic!
I mean, they gave him a Lord of Change and a Bloodletter, so... Also this bird. So he's not going to be alone in there.
The eye of fiends.
Okay, let me use my one spell.
Sorcerer Lord.
Oh god, the Lord of Change has found Grimgore. He is not winning.
Twist and mangle. Sorcerer of chaos. I pluck the souls from their bones.
Okay, I think it's just going to be a mosh. Where are the Black Orcs? Yeah, screw it. So I just saw the Bloodthirster lose like a third of its health in one hit. That has to be Grimgore. Yep, he is pissed. How is a 620 hit hitting this hard?
Bolt of change.
Dude, if I could have done this campaign as Grimgore, I would have. Such a better character. You compare it to my pile of aggressively generic Demon Lords.
Chaos Marauders! Yes! For chaos! Bring us to carnage! Bring us to carnage! Marauder horsemen!
At any point you would like to get off the ride.
Close on the ship! Fight! Kill them! Torment is yours! Marauder horsemen! Faster!
I noticed the Bloodthirster's not around anymore.
Marauder horsemen! Fight!
Army losses Grimgore. And the Lord of Change lived. And the Soul Grinder did, like, nothing. You know, we'd have to say Lord of Change has 30 armor, 20 physical resist, no magic resist, and I think Grimgore's magic damage. I think Grimgore should just be like the only character with 100% armor piercing damage. That should be his character trait. All normal damage converted to AP. And then we're going to unleash him on the Chaos Dwarves. You know, I have feelings about how the chunky salsa rule should apply to attacks in these games. The whole thing with Colette growing with vassals or regions owned is cool, and it's a shame I never really did anything with that. Okay, the Bloodthirster did a little more work than the Soul Grinder. I love this. 600 kills on that Chaos Warrior. Yeah, right.
We'll unravel.
Do not try to tempt or threaten me.
Yes, Gorst. Everyone knows.
Some call me the Dark Master. Some call...
I want the World Tree to have a...
No need to summon me.
Sorry, I can't really talk while I click. I want the World Tree to have a, a specific city type for Chaos, because it doesn't. Which means I don't get immune to Athaloran attrition. Which means Athaloran is a bitch.
I have...
Guess who's gonna win this one? Do not ask silly questions about chronology. I am French, so it is okay. Yeah, the big thing was they axed their entire city-type table system for being a bloated and giant pain in the ass. Like, every single race had 5 ranks of outdoor occupied. And there was a lot of other blood. And so they trimmed all that, and then left out a lot of it.
Glorious!
Dude, where am I supposed to hide my dudes? There are no trees. Should we bring... Let's bring the giant. He's cool.
Charge!
This is my oldest Nurgle Lord. He doesn't even have a funny name. He's just Morcar. Okay, so neither of these guys have their perfect vigor yet. That was a very good try, Trebuchets. Would you like to try again? Apparently not. See, that attack right there, I wish I could trigger that on demand. The one where he just shouts and murders everything in like 20 feet in front of him. But no. No, he only does that when he feels like it. Okay, so those knights right there would kill my giant if they got on him.
I am ascended!
I still remember, with very fondly, trying to use Axe Elf in my Everqueen run to go in one-on-one with all the other Axe Lords, and just him getting dumpstered by Ungrim and Grimgor.
Your will? Lead us to mortals! Now is our time!
Bullying my giant. Oh, good question.
Demon Prince! Demon Prince! Unbridled chaos! Chaos
How'd that go for you guys?
Drag us to the soul!
Oh, good, she's dead.
Champion of the gods! At once!
There we go.
Bringing doom!
I mean, he did decent work. I'm glad I brought him to the fight. Good enough. I wish Fear and Terror made sense. Nope, he wasn't here. He must have been detached from the army.
We could always use more pawns.
You are here because I... Fear me.
It doesn't have to be
I am
just
Death's
linear
shadow.
stacking. Mort is going to burn some rats. Like, I feel like fear should be a passive damage leadership over time thing. Hello. I also really wish I could see Vigor as a bar.
Demon Prince!
I would love it if these games did more with, you know, visibly seeing your Vigor and, like, backing out to recharge. These the anti-large ones? Eh.
Look at me. Glorious!
It's... I mean... It's like Civ combined with an RTS. I am playing the most absolutely complicated characters because they're max level. It's like I'm trying to play a MOBA character,
Interesting.
except with really clunky interface. And the guy just keeps on forgetting what he's doing mid-fight.
Demon Prince! Wanton slaughter! Acceptable.
Okay, they're harmless.
Pray.
Yeah,
Within my power.
you are exactly right about that.
Bringing doom. Of course, I'm moving.
Sorry, is he gonna go hold the choke? Good job, rats. No, the diplomacy does not even deserve that name, even now. Diplomacy in EU4, or Crusader Kings, you know? That's diplomacy. And presumably Hearts of Iron, but I just cannot get up the mental energy to learn that game.
Chaos comes.
Seriously, you move fast enough, you could be hitting them.
Dark power. Go.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue with them. Unfortunately, their market is exactly the people who like things like that, in large part. So every time they cut a feature, you know, they get lots of complaining. Like, I really liked being able to manage that. Man, I got really bored at work for a few months, and I typed up a pretty good rundown of how I'd like to rework the EU game trade systems to be dynamic instead of fixed trade routes. All about, you know, demand and capacity and all that shit.
I am ascended.
And then I got into something else and knocked it off. But I was as far as mapping out most of what I wanted to do in Python. It was going to be a cool little demo before I got bored. Now, that's a bit unfair to Stellaris. It's pretty simple. You just set it to easiest difficulty, hope the game builds you the right ships, and go for it. Yeah, CK2, I'm amazed I managed to get into it. It was rough.
But what? Destroy everything! Lol, let's begin! Witness me, gods!
Yeah, I'm glad I gave this guy a crown. Thanks, camera. Why don't they just put invisible floors over those? Well, presumably because that means dead flying units would pile up in midair. Man, I love these Poison Globe guys just following me around, torching their own units. Look at them go. Look at the colors. Skaven have to be one of the best on races. It was rough before they had Jezzails and rattling guns, though. You know, having to use the units these guys are using, that was rough. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't exactly know what my net does. It just drops and resets itself over the course of 5 seconds every once in a while. And I should keep trying to fix it, but nothing's worked so far, and it's boring. Yeah, Warplock Engineers being, Warlock Engineers, not Warplock, being a melee unit is dumb. But I have a lot of hope for that changing because we now have caster lords with ranged attacks with Tzeentch, and that is all I ever wanted in life. I want my wizard to have something to do when he's out of Winds of Magic. I want him to be able to sit on the back lines and just huck little tiny fireballs at people's heads.
The spell is cast.
Yeah, it's more just wishing that the wizard unit would do something as opposed to lore or anything. It's also just been a long-standing gripe of mine that having multiple casters in your army just didn't feel good. So I'm glad there's a lot more, you know, bound spell stuff being added in. Although I'm still at a loss as to why they forgot to put the Winds of Magic on my Lords of Change. Because he just sits there, casts 2 spell, and melees. Like a shitty Bloodthirster.
son!
It's always nice when the tornado goes relatively good places. I like all these units here. He's just not bothering to send in because he can't figure out how they damage me. Like, there's no point. It's not true, though. They do work. 46 damage. I mean, that is what I did over the course of 34 turns on my last speedrun. This is functionally the same thing, except my lord is tall enough that they can shoot him. That was the best thing about foot vampire lords. Practical missile immunity because you were in the blob. Yeah, well, they're starting to figure out how to do them right, at least, so I have hope for that. I mean, let's not forget how bad ranged lords were in Warhammer 2. Like, just unapologetically bad. My favorite part of every battle with a ranged lord was looking around and trying to figure out something useful they could do. And sometimes, if I told them to shoot a hero, I'd sit there and watch every single shot miss with my camera. I think that, yes, I think we need more siege weapon mounts for engineer units. I want to have a dwarven engineer who literally just has a single cannon and treats it as his mount. Ditto for, Skaven. I want him to bring his very special Doom Ray. Warhammer 3 has opened up character modding in a lot of ways. I bet we'll see that. I bet we'll at least see mods. Okay, please, kill him. Please. I want to leave. This isn't funny anymore. What I really want for dwarves, though, is I want to be able to dig trenches, because I want their artillery to be able to fire over their heads. I want them to be able to have a rank of dwarf warriors in trenches and of gunners in trenches, then another rank of gunners above them behind the trenches. Honestly, as cool as the running around with ridiculous overpowered lords is, I sort of wish the Warhammer games had gone for the attach a unit method, sort of like they had in Shogun and, well, in pretty much every other historical game. Like, I want Thorgrim to be there, but be embedded in a unit of hammerers that just, he's always there with his hammerers. Like, I don't want Franz flying around on his own. I want Franz and his, 11 buddies on birds. And I want in all the Skaven units, it'll put all the units in front of the Lord. So, like, by the time you get to Fighting Lord, the unit will have already broken.
We can always use more.
You are not the ever-chosen.
What I'm hoping we'll see with modding is Scooby-Doo gang units. By which I mean units with multiple different models in them.
Unleash the bloodlust. Now, only miracle.
For the record, I am almost certain we're going to see sea lanes used as underway access points in the whatever the dwarf patch is. Because they now have the nice mechanic for teleporting around, and rifts too. So we'll probably, you know... Hell, we could probably do it right now, just using the rift system. Put a rift in every major dwarf hold when they build a certain building. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Okay, so... Who's doing fun shit?
Demon Prince.
So, Fergie, who got lost as fuck.
The ocean brings conquest. The peons are weary. Even demons have limits. Patience benefits chaos. The peons are weary. Even demons have limits. Mortal folly.
It's bullshit. You used to be able to find cities that way.
Benefits chaos.
Yeah, there should just be underway access points, and it says, okay, take 3 turns, pop up in, you know, such and such a place. Have battles while you're underground, like caravans.
Demon Prince.
Nope, nothing interesting there.
Demon.
Birdman continues birding. How about Cathay? Ah, this is important.
Chaos plies the seas.
Okay, so he will pop up here on turn 23. And... on turn 26, I can open the portal. So he'll pop in and have 3 turns to beeline towards a good spot, like right here. And then we drop the portal open, and then it's the final sprint. And he might hit one of these on the way.
By the eldritch I see.
Anyone fun here?
Demon Prince. By my demonic hand.
think we can afford a pit stop, especially if it kills an army.
Chaos demands devastation. Chaos needs.
Yeah, I want
Endless.
a Trollhammer torpedo engineer with like Barden.
We remain true to Cathay.
I want to get my shit together and go make a good Vermintide 2 controllable heroes mod for this. With, you know, full skill trees and such.
Interference will cost you dearly.
For all chaos.
I should have spawned someone here to do the attack for him.
Ruin unending. Murder them. Killing will be all the easier. I am power!
Hey, you guys aren't hidden. God, it was back on my, like, second run of this sort of shit. Bretonia. So yeah,
Of course!
that I finally got it in my head that doing shit like baiting out projectile attacks with the Lord was something I had to do. And this run is nothing but that. Micromanaging your Lord to break the game. But I was so proud of myself for figuring it out, and it seems so trivial now. Yep. That is me. need to finish this up so I can get back to writing. I have most of the interlude sketched out in notes. I just need to get it into proper grammars. And then I can post that, and then it's time to work on the final chapter.
A throne for the prince. Demon Prince.
Ooh, an orc. See, it used to really matter where the orcs were, because I could subjugate them, but I can subjugate everyone now, and it's great. I just don't want to.
Deathbringer. Demon Prince.
Wait, can I just, like, go around the coast? Is that allowed? Okay, I mean, lackluster wall, guys.
There shall be no rest. Into darkness.
No, no, you can't.
The
Your wall
ocean
was better than expected.
brings conquest.
And look how chaosy shit gets.
Mine eldritch eyes see.
No, I do not.
We shall weave the fates.
Okay, I need to actually focus, or we're not going to get anything done before I fall asleep.
Need a boon. Let's be about this. Unleash chaos. Destroy.
No, do I have someone I can bring in here for free?
Kill them all. Mine eldritch eyes.
I have to fight this.
I have risen. I go
Yeah, we'll just work
where I
forward,
please.
capturing stuff.
Despoil. Demon Prince. Invade. Dark Princeling. Wipe them out. Torment is yours.
I'm gonna cheese grater Lokir. They will not even find the body. There will not be a body. He's gonna try to force his entire army through this choke point.
Pain is life. The dark gods command me. It will be done.
Yeah, I appreciate that people enjoy the text-to-speech ones, but they're not something I can really listen to and enjoy anywhere near as much as something voiced by anyone semi-competent. As long as they don't have, like, any really bad microphone or lots of mouth noise, the person is always better for me. Although I say that, but those text-to-speech things are actually getting scarily good. Hey, what are you doing? Oh god, it's rats! Fuck them up. See, that's the problem with summoning rats on a Chaos Army. There's nothing squishy to summon them on. Okay, does this bounce off the edge of the map? No. You know, I just want to point out that this is all lorefully accurate. Specifically the part where the Lokir shows up to help the Skaven and finds himself in a choke point just getting hosed down and killed while the Skaven do nothing. Oh yeah, rat spawning is an excellent ability, and I just wish I could keep the rats. Like, just a little longer, please. I wish I could allocate rats out of my army to spawn with Menace Below.
Sorcerer Lord.
Oh yeah, spells. There you go. I have contributed. Now it's the Demon Lord's turn.
Agony and ecstasy. I have mastery. Demon Prince. Witness me, Godson.
But they did a good job. Okie dokie. I mean, I agree that the degradation is balanced. I just think it would be a lot more fun if I could keep the unit and just had to, like, preload a unit into there. And I think there should be Skaven-only events where other Skaven factions will have betrayed you, and you summon your dudes from below, and they actually join the enemy. It'll be the exact same as what Slaneshis do right now, except, you know, funnier, because it's Skaven. Man, why did I put that plus 20 to all unit damage things on? It's over double damage for slaves. Well, right now, the Skaven are no different from any other faction, and it feels sort of wrong. It feels like they should be betraying each other constantly. So I think that's something that will happen. Personally, I want to see some Skaven sort of horde factions. Where you get all your units by requisitioning them for the council. And you don't have buildings, you just have undercities. Yeah, the dwarves are too broken right now to even use them in comparisons. You know, I'm not really looking forward to having to dig through a bunch of them. I'm hoping I can auto-resolve a lot of it, because they are hard as shit to kill with these Demon Lords. Because there's no AP on Skull, so I have to use my other spells. The one redeeming feature of settlement battles is being able to bounce wins around like this. You couldn't do that in you know, most land battles. I just wish settlements were like 50% less busy. Like, they made them 50% simpler and knocked out twice as many maps. That would make them a lot more bearable, even with the Tiki Towers. I mean, yes. It is annoying. We're not here to play fair, we're here to cheese the game. There's got to be a full health unit somewhere. I mean, dwarfs and high elves are the most problematic factions for this sort of run because they have lots of strong. Oh, also wood elves. Anyone that has lots of ranged units with armor pen is a problem. So thunderers are a giant pain in my ass, and high elves mean I have to sit there and deal with constant barrages of Seamaster arrows or Sea Guard. I mean, it's a the Scold is nowhere near as good to dwarves as the dedicated AP piercing bolts. Like how there's 3 rats with kills. They tried.
Mine eldritch eyes see.
Well, that was fun.
A win is a win. Chaos always prevails. Chaos! Unleash the bloodlust! You
I'll take it.
serve a demon prince now. Into darkness. Demon prince. Demon prince. You need a boon? Very well, I'll move. Move. For chaos!
Or chaos. I mean, it could be worse. At least it wasn't Fergie the Fergalicious.
For the wisdom of the land. Demon Prince. There is
Ooh, do I get a flamer battle?
to be had. Belacor. You may think that. Time. Yes! Eternal blasphemy! Deathbringer. So be it. Who is worthy of my
Tribes don't kneel.
I mean, that's what that... They did a few mini campaigns back in the day. And they weren't that well received, but I liked them because they were sort of like how you're describing.
Demon Prince.
Okay, Skaven Blight.
I foresee destruction. Despoil.
I feel like in regions with Skaven corruption, I should be able just to recruit Skaven. I see nothing wrong with that.
Servant of the Wind Lord. Serve the Changer of Ways. Infinite knowledge awaits.
You know, I don't think there's a special Skaven Blight map. I don't know. There probably was. I should subjugate them. And, you know, power level these guys up. I mean, they're Skaven. They're Skaven. How bad could it be? Did they even get an army?
Quick, fast, I'm busy. A plan.
You dare! Despoilers come! Attack!
Well, that's... okay.
You have my promise.
What is... Agreed.
Bring ruin! Destroy! Are you a god?
Wait, am I getting experience for this?
Now!
I don't think I am.
Herald of Change.
Yeah, I'd be a lot higher if I was. Those cunning Skaven bastards are immune to vassal farming.
Warmstone first. Packed deal then, yes.
Change beckons. Let us corrupt.
Oh, I'm getting souls, but I'm good on souls.
Occupy. Good, good. Loyal to you.
Okay, that was just silly. Also, why doesn't Skaven Blight have a port? Or, like, we'll put a portal in it that just ports you out to these, like, shitty little islands here that serve no purpose. And that'll be their port. The point is, why doesn't Skaven Blight have a port, and why can't it do sea trade without having Miragliano or Topolrone?
There are mysteries here to uncover. Ever changing.
Okay, he gets one turn of healing before he goes back in the meat grinder.
Demon Prince. Chaos needs pause.
Dude, it's nice playing these Lords at the back lines because they have armies.
Leave
And I can auto-resolve everything.
a throne for the prince.
Okay. So on Brian Jocks, there's this little roguelike game called, it's like Backpack Hero? One sec. Backpack Hero. In which, it's amusing. It's sort of a roguelike puzzle game about storing items in a backpack. But the characters, for no well-explained reason, are all little, pixel graphic rodents. And it's badgers creating armor and weapons with their hair minions and all sorts of other Redwall references, and it's hilarious to me. It's like, this is the closest thing to a Redwall game. Sorry, you set me off with the Brian Jocks.
Chaos incarnate. Chaos. Kill them all.
Oh, I don't know.
Unleash chaos. Deathbringer.
Okay, if this works, I'm a genius. I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna sack with the demon.
Ravage them. Now they will see true power. Conquer for chaos.
Because I sacked, yep, he'll move a little this way.
Ascendant.
And get the movement refresh. Then we can eat him.
But gore. We can always use more points.
Oh, and look who can reach the city now.
Prince of Corn. Unleash the bloodlust. Leave it still. For now. Ready. Bring them to ruin. A throne for the prince.
Oh shit, I forgot that I completed one of these. Are there any reasons I would want to turn into any of these other ones? I mean, I always just use the Zinch options for my dudes. I really don't know whether I'd get anything out of any of these others. We'll get Charioteer and Demon Mounts, because I want some Doom Knights. Seriously though, those little move combos are the entire reason that I have Corn Lords at all. So every time I get one off, I feel vindicated in having such shitty lords that don't have spells.
Demon Prince. Tread the paths of chaos.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
That makes no sense. They eat squigs on purpose. That's like some guy yelling, "I'd rather eat a taco" at you. Like, yes, we know. We want to eat a taco too.
A glorifying act.
Need a boon.
How can none of you reach Stone Mine Tower? You guys are shit.
We might. Warriors of Corn. Destruction for all!
Let us corrupt. Have my
I mean, the thing about Warhammer characters is you never know for certain. Okay, seriously. That is the most obscure spot to shove an army. No, I refuse to engage.
moving.
Go do your thing.
Ready! The gods direct me. Now is chaos. The gods smile. Forward unto slaughter.
Movement is a lot more clear in this game.
Demon Prince of Zinch.
Sorry, I have to use the other mic button. Okay, so the big difference is that now they actually show you your movement points, and they lock down these actions to exactly how many points they're going to take. And that is a wonderful, wonderful improvement, because in Warhammer 2, it was all a bit fuzzy. So, you know, they would say you need 48% to this, you'll move, and that'll leave you with 49, and then, you know, you do it, and it says, actually, no, you do need 50, and that sort of weird stuff.
Undivided, unmatched.
Exactly.
Demon
Ooh,
Prince.
ooh, French.
Chaos is all. Beg for my... A deluge of slaughter. Ruin. Conquer for chaos.
I don't really want to stop, but I guess I should.
A throne for the prince.
So this guy Morcar here needs to not stop.
Murder them. Supreme.
I forbid this.
Demon Prince. Into darkness.
So the temptation is just to start conquering shit, but I need to not do that.
Eternal blasphemy.
What do we got? Dark Elves?
There is favor to be had. Who is worthy of my host? Murder them!
Yeah, let's not deal with reinforcements. I mean, I'm gonna do a nuke the world thing again once we're out of beta on this. The whole reason I'm doing this run is because I don't expect the bug I'm using to make it out of beta. Because they've already fixed this once. The things I could do with a co-op campaign are significant. I get a lot of money from the vassal farming. I get like 3,000 gold a battle from pretty much everyone. And I'm fighting a lot of battles. Like, every single one of these lords is self-sufficient, and supply lines is a lot less of a bitch now. Okay, so we have a healing item. They're tired. They have spears up the wazoo. Aw. Big scaly dogs. Holy ass crackers. Look at him get his ass kicked.
The spell is cast. Chaos comes.
Mistakes were made,
Power, bringing doom.
but that's okay.
Witness me, godson.
If nothing else, I'm doing great damage to them with their own archers now.
Let's begin. Over there. Rotten slaughter! Quickly! Demon Prince! Pray! Destroy everything! Dark power!
Lords have so much trouble staying on target in Warhammer 3. It's like, no, the order to get that guy persists. Keep going at it. "90 armor. Holy shit. Cold ones are made out of titanium and shit. It's like, these aren't dressed up cold ones. These are just, you know, we found some dinosaurs on the street and put hats on them and called it good.
Yes, Marauders! Now's our time! Charge! Evisceration!
Okay, and now we fight this like a semi-normal battle. Uh-oh. Except for the siege units. They must die first. I'm so glad that the everyone gets plus 20 melee damage thing doesn't apply to range damage too, or these archers would just destroy me.
Your will! Faster!
Oh great, they're purple.
Go! Mortal fool! My God's call!
Well, that was interesting.
You serve a demon prince now.
What do you get for that one?
Demon prince!
Ah, bonus versus large and pointless shit.
Wipe! Supreme!
What is this foolishness?
I mean, okay, they're a Beastmaster faction, but are we sure they get explosive squigs?
Murder them!
Oh, so game crashing bugs. Yes. Dicking around too much on the skill or item screens hard crashes you. So, save before you dick around too much on the skill and item screen. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I suspect it has something to do with scrolling the mouse wheel and moving the cursor to some, uh, out of... Oh, what's the error it would be? Invalid pointer exception. I bet it's getting invalid pointers while you use the menu stuff.
I am ascended. I'm moving.
Yes, blood, mouth noises. You know, it's funny, I have never had any adverse reaction to Taco Bell. But then again, I never actually put hot sauce on my shit because I am lame and I'm mostly just there because it's cheap protein. Dude, get off me. Okay, guys, you can help. Okay. Disaster averted. I saw that in, as a modded unit in Warhammer 2. And I thought it was cool. The keg tank, I mean. Run, little puppies.
Chaos Marauders! Tremble, mortals! Give us carnage! They will succumb!
I am terrible at charging in this game.
They will succumb! That's what the masters bid!
But what I feel... Holy shit, is that Carnosaur gonna win?
Go!
One second, I need to figure this out. Okay. Bite his butt.
Chaos Marauders! We want their eyes!
No, why? In what world would you path that way? Please stop losing. I am asking you nicely.
Just watch blood!
Okay. Disaster averted. Obviously, what he needed were T-Rexes and F-16s. Wait. No, this is the first time I'm going to kill something with Fireball. Oh, yeah.
Chaos comes!
Admittedly, it would have been cooler if there was some sort of wind-up, but still. Yeah, I want to point out all the difficulty here is self-inflicted. I could have just put the stupid crown on him and it'd be at 3/4 health right now. Just a pain in the ass to go through the menu and switch what items they're on.
The Dark Gods command me!
Yeah, I think these guys would have more bonuses on them. Okay, 50 physical resistance. That's a good bonus.
Bringing doom!
Oh yeah,
What an
the
slaughter!
Lord.
Ah!
There it is. I am chaos. Actually, if you listen to Bellicor, he'll tell you all sorts of things he is.
Give us cannon! Your will! Faster! Quick! Yet to
Okay,
stop.
Bellicor versus the explosive squig.
Witness
Actually, no, it's not Bellicor, sorry. This is Tim, the enchanter.
striding out! Of course!
No doggies! No! You did a one job, Tim.
Acceptable! What do you bid? Now! Of course! Quick! Bring us to carnage! Slaughter! Charge up!
My one problem with Bellicor is he has a lot of defensive skills that are annoying to have to click all the time, and I wish they were just passives.
Ah! Faster!
There we go. Let's get out of there.
The spell is cast! Go! Interesting. Chaos Marauders! Mortal fool! Over there!
I love that dogs can cap points. It's like, are you going to go over there and argue with them? No, it's their point.
Bring us to carnage! At once!
If Fireball was actually good, that'd be nice. No, no, bite her.
Demon Prince! Within my power, destroy everything!
Okay, there we go. I was worried I was gonna get the Lord killed. That would have been bad. I'm not sure. It might have. They miss a lot.
Leave it stand. For now.
Steve and Spud had to go on a little trip outside. They're currently threatening rogue deer, I believe.
Demon Prince! I forbid this!
Really? This is where he wound up? I mean, okay, if they want skeletons in Lustria, they can have them.
Demon Prince!
Boo.
Dark Princeling, destruction awaits!
I will not forsake my honor.
By the eldritch I see!
Ooh, can you do this?
We shall weave the fates.
What?
I foresee destruction.
What you ask is impossible.
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never!
Destroy!
Okay, worst case scenario, I'm going to sit there and pit a shades a third of her army away and then leave. And then just take this next turn. But I think I can win this. I just have to remember that if I fly too long, I lose.
ultimate sorcery! Moving fast!
That was pathetic.
I will see them burn! I pluck the souls from their bones!
Her, come on, her, turn. Come on, come on. I'll take it.
Going!
Yeah, I can't really focus on chat right now while I'm doing this, so I miss stuff you're saying. So I'm trying not to die. It'd be nice if everyone here fucked off. There we go. Out of the peasant. Three misses in a row. My dog, they were barking at deer. They have discovered that, you know, barking at deer is sort of pointless, and now they're back inside. Or did you mean the Bretonian lord? And he was running. And now he's dead. Like a dog. There we go. Come on, any sec. I will not die to poop here. There they go. Oof. He's running away because I left him there too much. Got a lot of kills. And the horses were definitely pulling more weight than the peasants. The AI cycle charging them is a serious annoyance. I have no idea if it's effective, but it looks like it is. What's important for me is that it really screws my unit AI.
It is corrupt. Sorcerer Lord! I need their souls!
Oh, I forgot I did this. You'll just let me place it anywhere? sick.
I go.
The tyranny of having to target that on units was insane. Ah, look at that. That is sexy as shit.
See who wields true power.
You know, the whole reason you can't use Dragon Breath on the ground is because it would be too good. Because it pierces like a mother. The only reason it's sort of poopy is because it, you know, hits the ground. Well, I'm starting to fade, so I think I'm going to wrap this up and go to bed. Okay, I am off. Night, guys.